What are the chances that he's able to convince at least one juror, given his testimony so far?
I would put it at 0. I can't speak for the jury, obviously, but he does not convince me of anything. And I just think, any reasonable person is going to sit there and see him as the, egomaniac fraudster that he is. Just the fact that he takes the stand in his own criminal trial, or that we're even at trial to begin with and wasting everyone's time for, several weeks like this, when he was probably offered a deal and everyone around him took deals, but he thinks he can get off. He's just got this way of thinking that he's above the law and he's the smartest guy in the room and he can convince anyone of anything. But if you listen to him talk, I went back and I listened to some of those old Twitter spaces, and he's not very articulate, and he doesn't deliver his answers with conviction that I think will convince any juror. So
this sounds like you think this is a mistake.
I think it's a huge mistake for him to have taken the stand. And sure, he might have been able to humanize himself a little bit on Friday in front of the jury with his own, distancing himself from that fraud narrative. But taking the stand opens himself up to today's cross-exam. And I think he's just going to get skinned alive by these seasoned prosecutors who, they're not the people on Twitter spaces who were asking him, questions last November. These are people who have spent their career learning how to get someone to admit criminal intent. And he's got, they've got 1 million pages of discovery of his transcripts of everything he said. So he can't lie.